closer. You liked being corrected. You liked being watched. You liked having someone else notice every little thing you did. You liked being told exactly what to do. Hi. Before we get into this video, I'd like to thank all my Patreon members for their continued support. If you want to follow me on my other platforms, my link is in the description below. Now, let's get into the video. Oh, you came back. I wondered if you'd come back. After last time, I thought maybe you'd be a little bit too embarrassed to stay behind again. But no, here you are. Same seat, same notebook, same innocent expression. You're getting very predictable. Close the door behind you, though. Slowly. Good. Now we can hear ourselves think. So, what is it this time? Another question about the assignment I gave you? Another confusing chapter? Another reason you need my help after everybody has gone home? That's what I thought. Come here. Not too close. Just close enough that I don't have to raise my voice. There. That's better. You know, I looked over your work from last time. It was better than I expected. It was focused, careful, detailed. Almost as if you were paying very close attention. Maybe too close. Don't look away. I didn't say you were in trouble. Not yet. Put your notebook on the desk. Open it slowly. No, turn the page again. Not that page. The next one. The one you folded at that corner. There it is. That one. Interesting. You wrote down almost everything I said, even the parts that were not part of the lecture. You thought I wouldn't notice? I notice a lot more than you think. The way you stop writing when I walk past your desk. The way you pretend to reread the same sentence. The way you waited after class last time, like you were deciding whether you were brave enough to ask for more, and now you're back. So I need you to be honest with me. Are you here because you need help? Or because you liked having my attention? Careful. That question has more than one correct answer. Sit back down. Hands on the desk. Notebook open. Eyes. Here. Good. Tonight we're going to work on 3 things. Focus, discipline, and honesty. The material that we are going to cover is secondary. You already understand the material. What you seem to need is practice staying composed when you have my full attention. That made you nervous? Good. Nervous means you're paying attention. Now, write this down. Lesson 1, restraint. Restraint means knowing what you want and choosing not to reach for it too quickly. It means staying still, listening, waiting, letting the moment stretch out a little longer than is comfortable. Come on, write that down. Good. Underline the word restraint. Slowly. Good. No, don't look back there. Again, slower. Write it down. There, you see? You can follow instructions when you stop overthinking. Last time I gave you extra credit because you showed effort. Tonight, though, I'm not sure effort is enough. I think you need structure, rules, boundaries, a little pressure maybe. Academic pressure, obviously. This is still my classroom, even if it feels different after hours. Look at your page. Not at me. You'll get distracted. You already are. Let me see your notes. Turn your book around. No. Don't cover them. If you wrote it down, I'm allowed to read it. Turn that page. You wrote, Professor speaks softer when everyone leaves. That's observant. Turn the page. And here, leans in when correcting mistakes. Also true. And this one, hard to focus when he stands behind me. That one is very honest. A little risky to write down, but honest. So, let's test it. Keep your notebook open. Eyes on the sentence. I'm going to stand behind you, and you are going to continue reading. And you're going to prove that you can focus. Hypothetically, though, don't turn around. I'm going to sit right here. Start from the top of the paragraph. I'm behind you, even though I'm in front. Again, read it. You rushed. Read it slower. Better. Seems that you lose control of your pacing when you feel watched. That's not a serious flaw. It just means you need practice. And I'm very good at practice. Read the next line. Good. Again. Very good. You're learning. Keep your eyes on the page, though. No turning around. No guessing where I could be. No trying to read my expression. Just listen to me. That's harder for you than the coursework, isn't it? Being still, being quiet, letting someone else control the pace. Interesting. Your shoulders are tense. Relax them. Good. Breathe in for me. And out. Again, in, out. Much better. You're easier to teach when you stop pretending you're unaffected. Yes, I know. You think you're hiding it well. You're not. Your breathing changes, your eyes move too quickly, you get very quiet. And then you try to act like you're only here because of the coursework, which is adorable, but not convincing. Now, pretend I'm going to sit beside you now. You can leave whenever you want. You can tell me whenever you want me to stop. The lesson only works if you choose to stay, though. You're still here. Good. Question 1. Why did you come back? No. Not because you need help. That answer is a safe answer. I didn't ask for safe. I asked for honest. Try again. Because because you liked it. That's closer. You liked being corrected. You liked being watched. You liked having someone else notice every little thing you did. You liked being told exactly what to do. Write that down. No one else is going to see it, just you and me. Good. Slowly. Don't rush through that part that makes you nervous. That's usually the part worth paying attention. Now, question 2. What did you feel when you stayed behind last time? Now, think before you answer. No, not confused. You were not confused. You were focused. Too focused, maybe. You were curious. You were nervous. You were excited to be noticed. There. That's the word. Noticed. Write that down. Good. Now, underline that word again. Write it down again. Slower. Underline it. Very good. Now, I made something for you. Don't look so worried. It's only a worksheet. Mostly. Extra credit. Private review. Question 1. When I stay after class, what am I asking for? Write these down. Write these questions down. When I stay after class, question 1. What am I asking for? Question 2. Write it down. Guidance. Good answer. Polite. A little incomplete, though. Add another word to it. There. Attention. There it is. Guidance and attention. That sounds more honest, I'd say. Question 2. What do I do when I receive that attention? Think carefully. You listen. You slow down. You stop pretending you don't understand. And you do not waste my time. Write that. Good. Question 3. What happens if I keep coming back? That one's more difficult because we both know this is becoming a habit. A private one, a quiet one you don't mention to anyone else. But let me be clear. Your grade is your grade. You earn it through the work. This is not about changing your grade. This is about you learning how to handle attention without falling apart. Although, I'll admit, watching you try is becoming interesting, though. Now, write this down. I will be held to a higher standard. Good. Write it again. I will be held to a higher standard. Very good. Now look at me. Look at me. No, all the way. There. That's better. That look. That's the honest one, not the innocent one you wore when you walked in here. Not the confused one you use when you want me to explain something twice. That one, that look. The one that says you know exactly why you stayed. You should be careful with that, though. It makes it very hard to believe your excuses. Now, stand up. Leave your notebook on the desk. Good. No, you're not in trouble. I just want to see if you can follow an instruction without asking why. much better. You're learning faster tonight. Maybe because you already know or knew what this would feel like. Maybe because you came back hoping it would feel that way again. Look at me. Good. Now sit back down. Slowly. Good. Now read the next answer out loud, quietly. I'm right here, remember. Again, read it out. You whispered the last part. Don't hide your own answer. Read it again. I came back because I wanted more attention. Good. That was better. A little shaky, but better. You can be nervous and still be honest. That's the lesson. Remember, you're doing well. Don't look so pleased with yourself. I said well, not perfect. Perfect would be walking into this room and telling the truth immediately. Perfect would be opening your notebook without pretending you don't know what I'm going to find. Perfect would be sitting there calmly while I stand close enough to see every word that you write. But we're not there yet. That's why you came back to learn, or at least that's the official reason. Eyes down. Back on that worksheet. Question 4. What do I need to practice? Write the first thing that comes to your mind. Discipline. Good. And add another word. Patience. Good. Another word. Honesty. Very good. Now, one more word. No. Don't overthink it. You know the answer. Just write it down. Control. There it is. Those are the words I wanted to see. Discipline. Patience. Honesty. Control. That's a very revealing list. Now, tell me, which one is the hardest for you? Take a second to think. Control. I thought so. You like control when you have it, but when someone else has it, you get quiet, you listen more carefully, and you look for approval. That's not a criticism, though. It's just an observation. And as your professor, I'm very invested in careful observation. Now, turn the page of your notebook slowly. Good. This next section is a listening exercise, and you don't need to write. You don't need to answer. You just need to listen. Hands on the desk. Shoulders relaxed, eyes on me. Good. I want you to notice how quiet the room is. No one in the hallway. No voices, no lectures, no other students. Just the sound of paper. The pens. My voice. And you. You came back after everyone left. You waited. You knocked. You stepped inside like you had a question, but the question was never really about the assignment. The question was, would I notice? And I did. Again, I noticed the way you paused at the door. I noticed the way you looked at the desk. I noticed the way you tried to sound casual when you asked if I had a few minutes. You and I both know you wanted more than a few minutes. You wanted the room quiet. You wanted the door closed. You wanted my attention back on you. And now you have it. So don't waste it. Breathe it in and out. Again, breathe it in and out. Good, good. You're calmer now. Not completely, but you're calmer. That's progress. 1 point for honesty. 1 point for focus. 1 point for not leaving when the room got quiet. That gives you 3 points. Not enough to pass, not enough to earn praise. Good. Very good. You listened, you stayed still, and you followed the lesson. And when I asked for you to be honest, eventually you were. Careful. Don't smile like that. You haven't earned that much praise. Not yet. But you did better than the last time. Last time, you were curious. Tonight, though, you were intentional. There's a difference there. Curious students ask questions. Intentional students come back after class knowing exactly what they want, even if they're too shy to say it directly. And you are very intentional. Now, I want you to repeat something for me, quietly though. I came back because I wanted to continue. Go on. Again, say it again. Slower. Good. Now say, I understand this is my choice. Good. And I can leave whenever I want. Correct. And yet, you're still sitting here. That tells me something. It tells me the lesson is working. Let's return to your assignment, shall we? Because technically, that is why you are here. Read this paragraph quietly, though. No, not that quickly. Start again. Better. You have a habit of rushing through anything that feels too exposed. In your writing, in your answers, in your breathing. Slow down. You don't have to escape every moment the second it gets intense. Stay with it. Good. Now, underline that sentence. The one about restraint. Yes, that one. You're beginning to understand why I chose that word. Restraint is not denial. It's control. It's the space between wanting something and acting on it. It's knowing the tension is there and choosing to let it remain unspoken, though. That is much more powerful than rushing. Do you understand? Good. Now, tell me, what is the most important thing you have learned tonight? No, not from the textbook, from this. That you need to be honest. Good. What else? That you like being watched. seems like it took effort to say. Good. What else? That you came back because you wanted more. There it is. That's the answer I was waiting for. Not because you were confused, not because the chapter was difficult, not because the assignment needed clarification, because you wanted more. Good. Very good. That's enough for tonight. No. Don't argue. Part of restraint is knowing when to stop. Take the worksheet with you. Finish the last question at home, in private. The question is quite simple. What do I want from the next lesson? Don't answer now. I don't want the nervous version of your answer. I want the honest one. Next time, don't pretend you're confused. Don't linger at the door. Don't give me that careful little excuse about needing clarification. Just knock, come in, and sit down. Open your notebook and tell me you're ready to continue. Can you do that? Can you do that? Good. Then you may go. Slowly. Take your time. And one more thing. You did come back for more. We both know it. Next time, I'm going to expect you to admit it sooner. Good night. Try to focus on your other classes tomorrow. And realistically, I don't think this lesson that we're having is quite finished yet, the one we're having with me and you. Now, open that door, leave my office, and shut the door when you